Mickey Mouse and the Heart of Toontown, a tale of friendship and bravery. In the bustling town of Toontown, a long-awaited celebration was underway, one that had been years in the making. Brightly colored streamers hung from every building, lanterns glowed with warm, magical light, and the air buzzed with excitement. It was the grand centennial celebration of Toontown, and every character from every corner of this animated world had gathered to honor the one and only Mickey Mouse, the mouse who'd always brought laughter, courage, and joy to their lives. As the clock struck noon and the crowd gathered, the mayor, a dignified owl named Professor Feathersworth, stepped up to the podium, his feathery face beaming. "Today," he announced, "we celebrate the heart of our town, Mickey Mouse." Cheers erupted, and Mickey, humble as ever, waved shyly from the stage. Just as he was about to say a few words, the sky suddenly darkened, and an ominous chill swept through the town square. The cheers faded into murmurs of concern as an all-too-familiar figure emerged from the shadows. It was Pete, Mickey's oldest rival, and he wasn't here for the party. With a smirk, Pete held up a golden key, its end shaped like a twisted claw, and declared in a booming voice, "This key is now mine, and with it, I've taken the heart of Toontown, the magic that keeps this place alive." Gasps filled the air as he held up a dazzling gemstone, the heart itself, glowing with an eerie, fading light. Mickey felt a pang of worry as he saw the vibrant colors around him begin to dull and dim. Pete let out a deep, triumphant laugh. "Without the heart of Toontown, this place will slowly fade away. Buildings will crumble, colors will drain, and soon, it'll be nothing more than a memory. Unless, of course," he sneered, "someone can defeat me and win it back." With that, he vanished in a puff of smoke, leaving the townsfolk stunned and terrified. Mickey felt a heavy weight settle in his chest. Toontown was more than just his home. It was the place where he and all his friends had shared countless adventures. Seeing the looks of fear and sadness on everyone's faces, he knew he couldn't let Pete's scheme succeed. Mickey turned to his friends Minnie, Donald, and Goofy, who looked back at him with determined expressions. They all knew what they had to do. Without wasting a second, the group set off, following the faint trail left by Pete's magic key. Their journey took them far beyond Toontown's borders, into lands both strange and dangerous. First, they traveled through the enchanted woods, a twisting, maze-like forest filled with towering trees that seemed to watch their every move. The path was littered with thorny vines, and strange sounds echoed in the distance. At one point, they were ambushed by enchanted vines that tried to trap them, but Mickey's quick thinking and Donald's fiery temper saw them through. As they ventured deeper, they reached the Valley of Echoes, a place filled with magical creatures who mimicked everything they said and did. The valley was beautiful but deceiving, with shimmering pools that could lead them astray if they weren't careful. At one point, Goofy nearly fell into an illusionary pit, but Mickey grabbed his hand just in time, pulling him to safety. These encounters tested their courage, and with every step, Mickey could feel the urgency grow. Toontown's colors were fading faster. Finally, they arrived at Thunder Lake, a stormy, turbulent body of water guarded by a mythical creature known as the Tempest Serpent. This creature, a gigantic sea serpent with scales that glistened like steel, rose from the waters, blocking their path. It snarled, eyes glowing with a fierce light as thunder rumbled around them. Donald, always quick to lose his temper, charged forward, but Mickey gently pulled him back, realizing that force wouldn't win this fight. With calm words, Mickey appealed to the serpent's sense of honor, promising that he only sought to restore the peace of Toontown. Moved by Mickey's words, the Tempest Serpent allowed them to pass, giving them a safe passage across the lake. As they reached the other side, the shadow of Pete's castle loomed before them. It stood atop the jagged cliffs of Shadow Mountain, with dark clouds swirling ominously around its towers. This castle was unlike anything they'd seen, eerie and imposing, with iron gates and twisted spires that seemed to reach out to grab anyone foolish enough to approach. Mickey took a deep breath, feeling a surge of fear, but his resolve to save Toontown overpowered his hesitation. They snuck into the castle, tiptoeing through dimly lit corridors filled with strange statues that seemed to watch their every move. Along the way, Pete had set various traps, floors that crumbled underfoot, walls that closed in, and sudden gusts of magical wind designed to send them flying backward. But Mickey's courage, Donald's determination, and Goofy's resilience helped them through each one. Finally, they reached the heart of the castle, a vast chamber illuminated by a single beam of light shining down on the Heart of Toontown, floating at the center of the room, encased in a magical barrier. Just as Mickey stepped forward, Pete appeared once more, blocking his path. "You think you can just take back what's mine?" Pete growled, stepping closer. Mickey, undeterred, replied, "This isn't yours, Pete. The Heart of Toontown belongs to everyone. You can't take away our home." Pete only laughed, raising his hand to summon dark energy. "We'll see about that, Mouse." The two faced off in an intense battle of wits and willpower. Pete hurled dark spells toward Mickey, who dodged with agility, using every bit of his quick thinking to stay one step ahead. At one point, Pete trapped Mickey in a ring of fire, the flames licking close, but Mickey's friends leapt to his aid, distracting Pete just long enough for Mickey to escape. Working together, they managed to weaken Pete, who grew desperate. In his frustration, Pete grabbed the Heart of Toontown himself, determined to drain its magic completely. But a forgotten legend from the town's history soon came true. The heart could only be handled by someone who loved Toontown selflessly. As Pete held the heart, it began to glow brighter, resisting his touch, until finally, a brilliant flash of light exploded from it, sending Pete flying back across the room. With a leap, Mickey caught the heart, holding it close. Its warm glow filled the room, spreading through the castle and beyond, illuminating every corner of Toontown with a renewed, vibrant energy. Mickey and his friends watched in awe as the castle walls dissolved into bursts of color, and Pete, defeated, vanished in a swirl of shadows, his scheme finally undone. When they returned to Toontown, the townsfolk greeted them with cheers and applause, their colors restored, and joy filling every heart. Mickey raised the Heart of Toontown high, its magic shining brighter than ever, and the entire town celebrated, knowing that as long as Mickey Mouse was around, their beloved town would always be safe. That night, under a sky filled with fireworks and starlight, they celebrated not only the courage of their hero but the unbreakable bonds of friendship and love that kept the magic alive in Toontown forever. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Wide Scope for more diverse content. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Also, please suggest ways I can create better quality videos so that I can provide you with even better content in the future.